First of all, I want to share with the Minister in congratulating Deputy Finchon and wish you the best of luck. Minister, I thank you for the engagement so far. I would support Deputy Sherlock's or the amendment. I think it's reasonable. And the reason I say that, and every one of us here are trying to make sure that childminding is done right everywhere. And as I said last week to you, there's a fear of Tusla coming into your house. On top of that, there's a fear, and you referred to the Scottish report, and I'd have read the Scottish report, that in the rural areas there was, with the new legislation they brought in, there was problems after that with getting, a lot of people left for one reason or another, left the childminding sector, and it created a lot of problems. And what I would ask you to do under the regulations, or whatever way it has to be done, is that we give an exemption up to the 3 kids. As I said, my kids were reared with the person over the road, and God above, they minded them better than we'd mind them ourselves. And they went with them everywhere. They were integrated into the family. But I know if that person was doing it today and they were going to be regulated, basically the fear of it is one thing, as you've pointed out there, but on top of that, they are someone local that you know and that you trust. And I would ask you, through your regulations, and don't, go with your own, you've heard it from people yourself. Don't have someone dictating to you within the department trying to drive that everything is going to be the same in childminding, whether there's 500 kids or 3 children. If you pick someone up or down the road that you will always, you'll know them well and you'll trust them. And I don't want to see them people being basically forced out of because it's not alone that, you look at it, I wish you the best of luck in everything you're doing in the line of leadership and everything, but in years to come, the knock-on effects is when we see something, and that's where we see the problems. And then it's some parent that won't be able to go to work. I remember there was no creches when my children were growing up, and only for we had good people near us that minded those kids. Either I or my wife couldn't go to, one or other couldn't go to work. And that's not the Ireland we want to set. We want to give equal opportunity to everybody to be able to go to work. So I would ask you to do that, and I support the amendment.